Look at these examples to know how we use the present simple and continuous. The world is changing, and it's changing rapidly. The earth revolves around the sun in approximately 365 days. Do you know all the different uses of present simple and continuous? Do you know the logic behind these two structures? Hello everyone, welcome to the Sapient Academia. In today's lecture, you will learn the different uses of present simple and continuous. Stay tuned with us and watch the video. Here are some of the basic differences between the two tenses. We use the present simple to talk about something that is always or generally true. For example, when you heat ice, it melts. So something that is always or generally true, something that is universal. So for all universal statements or all statements that are generally true, you have to prefer present simple tense. When you heat ice, it melts. Or something that happens regularly. For example, I go swimming twice a week. So something that happens regularly for all your regular activities, you have to prefer present simple tense. Or for continuing states. For example, she is very happy with her job. So for all the continuing states, you have to prefer present simple tense. Now focus on your structures. Do you use this tense correctly? Is your English correct? You have to learn these uses of present simple tense. On the other hand, we use the present continuous to talk about actions which are in progress at the moment. For example, he is busy. He is giving a presentation to some clients. The activity presentation is in progress at the moment. Or we use present continuous to talk about temporary actions. For example, I'm working from home this month. The activity working from home is a temporary action and it is just for this month. Or something generally in progress but not actually happening at the moment. For example, more and more people are feeling the effects of climate change. The activity is generally in progress, but it's not happening at the moment. Or we use present continuous to talk about future plans that have already been organized. We have made a separate video on it. You can go and watch present continuous tense for future activities. So this is another use of the tense, future plans that have already been organized. For example, I'm going to India next month. I booked my flights yesterday. State verbs play a pivotal role. So state verbs describe a state rather than an action. They aren't usually used in continuous forms. So we use present simple instead of present continuous. For example, I don't know the answer instead of I'm not knowing the answer. You have to prefer the present simple for static verbs. Another one is he really likes his new house instead of he is really liking his new house. Or they seem busy at the moment instead of they're seeming busy at the moment. So for all the static verbs, you have to prefer present simple tense. State verbs often relate to thoughts and opinions, feelings and emotions, senses and perceptions, possession and measurement. Here are some of the common static verbs. In thoughts and opinions, you have agree, believe, imagine, remember, think. In feelings and emotion, you have love, prefer, want, like. In senses and perceptions, you have smell, taste, look, see, and possession and measurement. You have belong, here, own, etc. However, some verbs have a stative meaning and a different active meaning. So some verbs play dual role. For example, I have a new computer. Here, have is used for possession. On the other hand, I'm having a quick break. Here, it means having a break in an activity. Sam like this coffee tastes delicious. So, stat is our perception of the coffee. On the other hand, look, the chef is tasting the soup. Action, tasting the soup is an activity. So, some verbs play dual role. Here are some of the other uses of present continuous. This tense is used for verbs describing change and development. For example, life is becoming more expensive. So, for verbs that are describing change and development, or for complaints and annoying habits. For example, he's always coming in late and making noise. And here are some other uses of present simple. Headlines and headings at the top of articles in newspapers and magazines. References to the past are usually simplified to present simple. So, though these are references to the past, you have to prefer present simple in headlines. For example, billionaire buys multinational company. Or for instructions, for example, open the link and enter your password. So, for all the instructions, you have to prefer present simple. Another use is plot summaries. Note that when you're describing the story of a book, film, play, etc., you have to prefer present tenses. For example, she quits her job and goes in search of adventure. While she's traveling in India, she meets someone special. So, for all the plot summaries, you have to prefer present simple. Or another use is anecdotes. People are sometimes use present tenses to tell an anecdote. An anecdote is a funny or interesting story about a real incident. This makes the story more immediate and dynamic. For example, so I'm on the bus and this guy comes up to me and starts talking to me about someone called Dev. I'm like, sorry, do we know each other? So, for all the anecdotes, you have to prefer present simples. That's all for today. Stay tuned with us.